Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video. I am 35 Driver, and this is a GT Sport video. This week's new track is Monza. In the GR4s, this is Daily Race C. As you can see, I am in P4 in the Ferrari 488. I'm really excited. This is my first race, technically, on Monza this week. I did 20 laps of practice and I ended up with a 157, I want to say, for my quali, and it got me into P4. So really excited. We got Brazilian and two Americans in front of me. Spartan Tiago MG, Mr. Leslie Chow, and Big Papa Santi. And right away, I'm going to have to apologize to Big Papa Santi. You saw the title of the video, so you already know. I did kind of just send it a little bit. I apologize, Big Papa Santi. If you ever see this video, it was not my intention. I just didn't expect you to break so hard. And you might be saying, well, Vic, you just got through the first chicane easily. What do you mean? No one was shafted, no one was shunted. But right here is where the shunting happens. Right here is where he goes wide, he comes in, and I bop him in the back and send him into the gravel pit. And as you saw, I wanted to slow down, but he was in the gravel pit. There was really nothing I could do. I am so sorry, man. If I could, I would have slowed down for you, but it would have just ruined my race, and I ruined your race, and I apologize. I do have my comeuppance later in the race, however, so do not worry about that. But anyways, I didn't see what Spartan was in. I want to say he was in the 650S. At the very least, it's a McLaren. Then you have God knows what in front of me. I want to say an Aston Martin. I could be completely wrong. And then obviously me in the Ferrari. I'm not exactly sure why, but I just kind of fell in love with the Ferrari GT4. Probably because I did really good when it was the Nürburgring track, the GP circuit, last week. So I did pretty good. I had a couple of races, and I was super excited with the Ferrari, so I decided to stick with it. I also couldn't really afford another GT4 car. I want to say that I have this. I have a 4C Alfa Romeo and the Sirocco, the Volkswagen, and I didn't want to use either of those two. But as you can see, they're already battling. We're in lap 2. And it's the Jaguar. My apologies. It was a Jaguar in front of me. But I'm not looking to battle. I just want to stay away from P4. We are 2.2 seconds away from P4. And I'm not looking to battle just yet. I wanted to at least get to lap 5 before we start battling. And really the only thing I'm doing is just watching my brake points and making sure that I do not take any of the chicanes too wide. Making sure I don't go into the grass. And essentially just making sure that I'm driving safely in order to make it to the end of the race. Like I said, this was my first race for the week. And being still a newbie driver, rated C driver rating, and then my safety rating is an S. So, you know, I'm not that skilled just yet, but I'm getting there. And one thing that I really like was the fact that I was only 2 seconds away from having like a high God, I hate when I say but right here we see the Brazilian going off track, unfortunately, and he slots in right behind me to get my my slipstream, which is fine. Like I said, I wasn't gonna battle him. If he's gonna slip by me, that's perfectly fine. I was gonna let him go through, but at this point, I just wanted to catch Leslie Chow. But before I went on that tangent, I was only 2 seconds away from getting like a proper what was I gonna say, speed, from getting a proper lap time from what I could tell, the good lap time to have was 155, low 156, high 155s. I don't really remember, but I know that it was a I want to say it was a 155. So the fact that I was able to at least get 2 seconds off, I want to say that's my closest practice lap score or my closest qualifying score to get placed anywhere. 2 seconds away. We see Leslie Chow go into the dirt a little bit. Don't know exactly what happened there, but you know, we're not too worried about it. He took his corner a little too wide. I took the corner a little too wide, and I kind of panicked here. I thought I was gonna get a little. I thought I was gonna get a. God, I need to stop saying. I thought I was gonna get a penalty. Luckily, I did not, and we just continued going with. Man. That's what I get for saying too much. I go into the gravel pit and I lose a lot of speed. I lose a lot of time. As we can see, Dorges right behind us went from 2 seconds away to 0.3, 0.1, and he is to our right and he is not stopping, and luckily we have the inside line. I go defensive. I kind of slide a little bit. I didn't brake enough. Luckily he backs off and we keep the lead. We keep P3. We keep pole position. But still, I'm not trying to fight. I'm not trying to keep this position. But I want to say I'm telling myself this, but you can see me trying to swerve around, break the toe. I am trying to keep my position right now. I don't exactly know why. I really try to not keep. I try to not keep positions until about the middle of the race, just because I know it's not worth battling. But I think it's just the fact that we were split away that I wanted to catch up. Still trying to break the toe, going defensive here, and we're just gonna try to take the inside line. He's almost right next to me, and it's kind of scary, but luckily I take the chicane almost perfectly. I'll probably say almost perfectly, but a lot of people who watch this video will probably say that wasn't perfect at all. You messed this up. You didn't retain the correct amount of speed. You're an absolute garbage player. And that's okay. We see Spartan ghost, I think, or at least it looked like he ghosted. And yeah, he's ghosted. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but Spartan lost a lot of speed, and we go right to his left and we overtake him. Couldn't tell you exactly what happened there. I'm not too sure myself. I should have saved the replay just so we could have seen what happened. But I mean, I'm pretty bad at saving replays. So, and really what I like to try to do is I try to use replays for my thumbnail. So the fact that I'm really bad at saving replays, or I'm really bad at viewing my replay just so I can get a thumbnail pick, it's incredible to me. But anyways, we take back P2. We take a better podium position, and we are right behind Leslie Chow, who is 5 seconds away, and I'm ahead of Dorges, who is 1.2 seconds away. And right now we're going to sit calmly, and we're going to talk about today's sponsor, no one. Insert your sponsorship here, please. I may only have like 5 videos uploaded to this channel, but please. I could use a Fanatec CSL Elite. But no. So, what I kind of wanted to talk about was the fact that I got myself a FGT Lite. And for those of you who don't know, an FGT Lite is basically just a little portable sim. I was gonna say hub. It's a portable sim rig. It's a seat basically. It's like a play seat but better, as far as I could tell. It can support the CSL Elite with load cells. From my understanding, I do see some videos that say no it cannot, and then I do see videos that say yes it can. So I'm not too sure who's telling the truth. I'm gonna cross my fingers and I'm gonna hope that they're telling me the truth, because that's the next upgrade from my 923. But I'll probably look into doing that probably in July. And as we can see ahead, our friend Leslie Chow, after doing some expletive actions along with 3 other gentlemen who are just having a were just throwing a bachelor party for their best friend who's getting married. You know, he did something. I kind of bin it right here. That's all on me. But he got a penalty. He served this penalty, and we are still a whole 5 seconds behind. Actually, we're catching up right now. I think he slowed down. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. I'm pretty sure he cut the chicaning, and that's why he got his penalty. But right behind him, 3.8 seconds behind. I think I was pretty good at taking that corner, that chicane, whatever it might be. I'm not too sure. And what's funny is I call this my favorite little track, but before this race, I was actually pretty bad at this track. I would send it too far into the first chicane, and I would go off track or something. And I'm not exactly sure why. I think I'm probably just braking too early because I am losing a lot of time at the chicanes and at the corners. But it's still just me learning, you know, so I'm not too worried about it. We are pretty... What is it called? We are pretty... Man, I was gonna call it relevant. We're not relevant, but we are... There's a wall, a portable wall right there. So someone obviously binned it recently. But our lap times are pretty consistent, that's the word. So I was actually pretty happy with that. The fact that we were consistently lapping the track at around the same speed, 2 seconds, 2 to 5 seconds. You know, we lose time from battling, but that's all on me. Take the chicane again, more portable walls, and we get a penalty right there. And I am a little bit annoyed with myself at this point, just because I thought I was taking the chicane pretty decently, but it doesn't matter. We're just gonna have to serve this 0.5 second penalty, and I know we're gonna lose a decent amount of time. But back to what I was saying before this tangent. I say that this is my favorite track. I like the look, I like the layout, and I liked watching F1 on this track, but I didn't really understand, I guess, how to go around, especially in Assetto Corsa Competizione. I'm pretty bad at this track. I run really, really badly, but, you know, like I said, I'm still just trying to learn. All I'm gonna keep saying is that I'm still trying to learn, and that's like not even an excuse. I'm really trying to pick up what I'm doing here a lot faster. So if you guys got any tips, I'm saying this early. I wanted to say this till the end, but if you guys got any tips, let me know in the comment section what I can do better in order to perform a lot better. Like I said, I did 20 laps, and for the most part, I was pretty consistent. We get passed right here by a Bugatti Veyron by Dorges, and he just bins it completely. He's out of there. He is no longer relevant, and he sends a wall at me. Luckily, we dodge it, and we do lose some time there, but we're not too worried about it. We notice Big Papa Santi comes from being sent into the Shadow Realm back up into P3. That man is insane. I actually didn't even notice this until later in the race that Big Papa Santi comes back. He clutches up. I feel really bad for ruining his race, because I could only imagine that he would have had a really good battle with Mr. Leslie Chow up ahead of us. And we probably could have just sat in P3 and reaped the rewards of just watching them duke it out. But, man, I keep falling away from I keep, like, going on tangents. This is the track that I know the most corners on, is what I'm trying to say. I couldn't tell you what the names of the chicanes are, but I know Lesmo 1, I know Lesmo 2, and I know Parabolica. So that's really as much as a track that I know. Just Lesmo 1, Lesmo 2, and Parabolica. I'm pretty sure the chicane has names, but I really don't know them. I couldn't tell you the names of them. As a matter of fact, I got my phone in my hand right now. We're gonna go ahead and look up Monza corner names just because I actually do want to know. Let's see, we have Curva Parabolica, we have what? I that's in Italian. I want No, I don't want Italian curve names. I want the names in English. The big curve, that doesn't even have a chicane. Not exactly sure. I guess we'll just have to settle with the fact that we're not gonna know. I'm pretty sure they just call it chicanes, but it's fine. It's whatever. But right here, we're on lap 8. Lose a little bit more time just because I don't want to hit that wall. But oh, I guess I thought I lost time. I swear I lost time, but not a significant amount. Leslie Chow's just up ahead. Big Papa Santi's right behind. Dorges keeps P4. I thought he would have fallen back a lot more. And I think right here is when I'm going to bin it. No, not yet. And I just gave out the biggest spoiler in the history of the world. I am going to bin it soon enough. I'll probably censor what I just said there. No, I won't censor it. I mean, at this point, y'all are already going to know. It's going to be too much to censor out. And it would just make the video a lot awkward if it was just silent for a while. But anyways, we're on lap 8 out of 10. Our tires are looking pretty good. We are sliding a little bit more, though. And to be honest, I'll blame that on myself. We hit that corner really aggressively, but luckily we do not get a penalty. The Spartan Tiago, who was ahead of us before, has the fast lap. And we are almost 5 seconds ahead of P3, and we are 5.5 seconds behind P1. So, I mean, really at this point, my only thought is to just relax, take deep breaths, and to successfully just run the rest of the race. We only got 2 laps left. What more could I do? How? Literally just thinking to myself that there's nothing that I could really do besides ruin it at one of these chicanes or at one of the corners. And then that would probably ruin my race. If anything, I thought I was gonna just go into the grass, lose a little time, but I thought I was gonna keep my place. As we can see, we're 7 seconds ahead. Big Papa Santi falls behind a little bit. He falls into P4, and then Spartan takes his pole. Not pole, sorry. He takes his position. He takes P3, and right here we just go a little bit too deep and off into the gravel we go. And in all honesty, I'm so mad. I'm yelling at the game to teleport me already, and it just bothers me so much. I don't understand the teleport system. Sometimes, you know, you'll be able to recover it and the game will just teleport you instantaneously, and then other times it just happens like that. And then my tires are dirty, of course, so I go into the gravel again, and I lose more time, and we keep just losing positions, and I am so upset. And if it weren't for the fact that I was in the P9, if it weren't for the fact that I was on the last lap, I would have probably given up. Our tires are dirty, we're sliding a lot, and at this point I'm just super upset. As you see, we went from being 6 seconds behind P1 to being 24 seconds behind them, and that just hurts, you know what I'm saying? But it's my fault. I did take out Big Papa Santi. He probably telepathically did that to me. The game probably punished me for taking out Big Papa Santi, and you know, this is its revenge. So now we're in P7, 6 seconds ahead of P8, so I'm perfectly fine. 2.5 seconds behind P6, and I'm not too sure if we can take any more positions or not, but I wasn't really hopeful. You know, if anything, I thought I was maybe gonna go in a little too deep and go off into the gravel again. But yeah, what is it with this game and not understanding when to teleport you and when not to teleport you? I was really hoping for it to teleport me, because if it teleported me as soon as I started going in reverse, I probably wouldn't have lost as much time as I did. I wouldn't have gone into the gravel, that's for sure, and my tires probably wouldn't have been dirty, and I probably wouldn't have gone off on Lesmo 1. But you know, what can you do at this point? There's nothing. P5 gets a 1 second penalty, and I'm excited. I can taste the blood in the water. You know, I'm like a shark. I'm just trying to hunt them down. I don't think that I can catch them. As a matter of fact, if I recall correctly, I do not catch on my stay in P7. But I could be absolutely wrong. This is relatively new to me again. We take the chicane. We take it a lot more carefully, so we kind of didn't really lose time, but we didn't gain any time either. Into Lesmo 1, second and 1.7 seconds behind P6. Into Lesmo 2, and I'm taking him a lot more carefully. I thought they bumped into each other, but it's not like it matters. P6 gets slowed, and we are still just a little bit faster than him. I thought he was going to try to close the door on me. I was honestly nervous, but ready to just send him out into the next dimension if he was going to cut off into me. I say that as a joke, but I mean, after what I did to Santi, I don't think anybody probably thinks that's a joke. But we take P6, and we're going to coast off into the distance, except, as you can see, Soul Spax is slowly catching up, but if I do recall correctly, we go a little deep right here, but we do keep our position. And that is essentially the end of this race. What did we learn from this race? Don't send people off into the next dimension and screw the teleport system of the game. But anyways, that's it for this episode. That's it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment, let me know what I could do better, what I did wrong. Leave me some tips if you want. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you didn't enjoy the video, please leave it a dislike if you want to. That just lets me know that I'm doing something wrong. And if you have any tips on what I did wrong and what I didn't do wrong, let me know in the comment section as well. Did I talk too much? Did I say too much? Or anything like that? It doesn't matter. But thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!